Hi soulmate, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be making this beautiful bralette top. It is a very simple tutorial and it is beginner friendly. If it is something you like to watch, let's get right into it. This is the fabric that I'll be using. Is an Adire inspired crepe fabric, but you can use any fabric of your choice. 1 yard, 1.5 is okay for this top. The next thing you're going to do is to try folding the edge of your fabric into two to form a triangle or a cone shape, as you can see me do in the video. Next, we are going to impute our measurement. The measurement you'll be putting down is taken from your upper bust to your under bust. You can put your tape on your upper bust and take it to under your bust. So that's the measurement you'll be using. For me, from my upper bust to my under bust is 10 inches, and I'll be adding 1 inch to it for sewing allowance. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. So I'll be marking out 11 inches from the edge of the triangle downward, and I'm going to connect it together. So after connecting the lines, I'm going to cut it out, as you can see me do in the video. So after cutting out, this is what I have. I have to remove the pins because when I was trying to fold my fabric, it wasn't stable. I have to use pin to hold it down. So the next thing we are going to do is to cut out extra 3, making it 4, because we'll be using 1 to line the other one. So these are the 4 pieces of our bra cup. I'm done cutting them out. So next, I'll be cutting out 2 long fabric that I'll be using for our strap. The length of the strap depends on how long you want it. For the width, I'll be making use of 1.5 inches. I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew it all around. So when I was done sewing, this is what we have. I'll go ahead to use my broom to turn it inside out. So when I was done turning it, this is what it looks like. I took it to my ironing table and I gave it a good press, and this is the outcome. Next, we are going to get 1 piece of our bra cup. We are going to insert our strap in the middle, and we are going to use the other one to cover it. The other one will serve as the lining. After covering the strap in the middle, we are going to take it to our sewing machine and we are going to sew it round. You can pin down the strap so that it does not move when you're sewing it. Make sure it is well arranged. When you're done arranging it, watch the direction of my hand to see how you're going to sew the cups together. When you're done sewing one, you do the same thing to the other one. I don't know if this is clear. I said you take one of your cup, you're going to put your strap in between and you use the other one to cover it, and you can sew it down. You can use your pin to hold it down so it does not shift while sewing it. So you do the same thing to the 2 cups. So I'll be taking it to my machine to sew. When I am done, I'll come to show it to you guys what it looks like. So when I was done joining, this is what it looks like. So the next thing we are going to do is to turn it to the front. Before doing that, you're going to notch the edge so that our strap can relax without bulging out. The next thing I will do is to take it to my ironing table, give it a good press, and I'll come back to show you guys. After turning it inside out and ironing it, this is what our cup is looking like. So the next thing we are going to do is to get a long strap of about 60 or 50 inches. For me, the fabric I use is 50 inches in length, and the width of fold is 3 inches, and when you open it, it's going to give you 6 inches. You can go as far as using 60 inches or more. It depends on how long you want it, on how much fabric you have. After cutting out a long strap of 50 inches in length and 6 inches in width, I folded the width into 2, making it 3 inches in width, and I gave it a good press. After then, I looked for the midpoint of the band and I gave it a notch. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take my under bust measurement. I'm going to divide it by 4, as in my round under bust measurement. I'll divide it by 4 and I'm going to put it down. Remember, when putting down your under bust measurement, you are going to start from the midpoint. You can see my tape. From where we notch, you're going to pull down your under bust measurement. After putting it down, you're going to notch that place too. Remember, our band was on fold before we took our under bust measurement, our round under bust measurement divided by 4. After putting down your under bust measurement divided by 4, you're going to notch that place. Then the next thing you're going to do, you're going to open up your band. After opening up our band, you take it to your sewing machine. From that place that we notch, where we took our round under bust measurement, you are so going to sew it down. You can see the way my hand is going. You are going to sew it down from the 2 ends, leaving the middle point. After sewing, this is what we have. Remember, I started sewing from that notch that we took when we took our under bust measurement divided by 4 and notch it. I started sewing from there, and I sew it to the left, to the end of the left, and I went to the right from that notch that we took our under bust measurement, and I sew it to the end of the right too. So the middle was left open. So after turning it inside out, I gave it a good press. You can see what we have. You can see that the middle part is open. This is where we are going to be inserting our bralette cup. So the next thing we are going to do is to gather the down part of our bralette cup. As you can see me doing the video, you are going to gather that place to fit into the opening on our band. For example, if your under bust measurement divided by 4 is 8, you are going to gather that cup to 8, but you are going to add 1 inch to it, because that 1 inch we are going to use it to overlap the other cup. So when I was done gathering, this is what we have. Remember, when gathering this, you're going to gather each cup to the measurement of your under bust divided by 4, and you're going to add 1 inch to it. For that 1 inch that you're adding to it is what we are going to use to overlap it, as you can see me do in this video. So next we are going to get the band, and the next thing we'll be doing, we are going to get our cups, and we are going to be attaching it to the band starting from the midpoint. Remember, we notch the midpoint when we are drafting this bralette. So you are going to put one of the band, then you are going to get the other one, and you overlap it on it with 1 inch. That 1 inch allowance that we added, you are going to overlap it. Then you take it to your sewing machine and you sew it by 1/2 inch. Remember, you're just sewing one part of the band. Don't go and make mistake and sew the two sides. You can see it. You just sew that part, this place that I'm pointing at. Then you are going to use the other side to turn it in. So when I was done sewing one part of it, this is what it looks like. I brought it out to show you guys, so you guys will see what I was talking about. I overlap it in the middle, and I sew it by 1/2 inch on the other end. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cover it up with the opening on the other side. All I need to do is just to fold it in by 1/2 inch, and after folding it properly, I'll take it to my sewing machine, and I'm going to top stitch on it to have a very neat finishing. When I'm done, I'll come to show it to you guys. In case you do not understand, you can see the way I'm folding it in the video. Just watch the video and see the way I'm folding it. You see the direction of my hand. Fold it in neatly, take it to your sewing machine and top stitch on it. You can see I had to open it again to show it to you guys so that you guys can get what I'm talking about. Fold it in neatly, take it to your sewing machine and top stitch on it. I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'll bring it when I'm done. When I was done top stitching on the bralette, this is how beautiful it is looking. It is neatly sewn. You can rock the both sides. You can see for yourself. Hope this tutorial was helpful. You can drop your question or comment below and I'll be replying you guys. So guys, we've come to the end of today's tutorial. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to click on the subscribe button, like, comment, turn on your bell notification so that when I upload any new video, you'll be among the first people to watch. Thanks for watching.